For Antetokounmpo to get that interview and walk out, I felt that's a chump move.
Yeah.
And Middleton was looking at him like, "Hey, where you going?"
Yeah. For me, it's like, KD, you got your ring, go somewhere else. And
no. Okay.
I want him to go somewhere else.
All sports as a whole, I think everything's rigged in some type of way.
Of course.
And people could call me a conspiracy theorist, but everything's kind of rigged in a way. Welcome to the Buku Studios. I'm here, your main man, Teddy Donaldson.
And Jason Zulueta.
And we're here to talk about the real facts, the real stuff here with the Bukucast.
The Bukucast.
The Bukucast. I'm sorry, tongue-tied is my middle name. But today we're going to be talking about sports, mainly basketball, not because I'm black. But because basketball is a really good sport, and we're in the heat of the finals.
Oh, I can't wait for this podcast.
Yes.
What should I say? Bukucast.
First, let's just talk about the playoffs. My favorite this season was honestly the Celtics, because I really like Kyrie from Jersey. I like Jason Tatum. What are your thoughts, Jason?
Gordon Hayward. I love Gordon Hayward. I think him also before his injury, great player. Even after the injury, he still came back, made a comeback. Great comeback this year. I'm a big Celtics fan, so it's kind of disappointing saying that from Jersey. But Kyrie's one of my favorite, if not my favorite player right now in the NBA as well. But I think watching overall, I have to say the Raptors, just because of that comeback.
Yeah, the Raptors we're gonna get to them a little later.
Yeah.
But since we got our opinions, I think I really did want the Celtics to make a deep run, but that didn't happen. They came up short. But let's talk about the people. Not even talk about the finals now, but let's lead it up to the finals.
For me, I would say like my favorite team watching throughout the playoffs, even though they were a little disappointing, not getting to the Western Conference Finals, Nuggets.
Ooh, the Nuggets.
Far.
Okay.
That's the team that I would have liked to see play against
Jokic.
Golden State. Yeah, Jamal Murray too.
And Jamal Murray, yes.
He was turning up the entire playoffs.
I did like that. I did like that squad there. But let's see. Warriors to me, I'm a Cavaliers fan.
I can't talk about the Warriors anymore.
I can say that the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers is the only team to beat the championship Warriors team.
And I like me hating that 2016 Cavalier team just because, well, I respect LeBron as a person, as a player. He's a great, phenomenal player, but he's just too much.
He's too good. I know.
He's too good.
And Kevin Love.
That's
my favorite player of all time.
Kyrie was on that squad.
JR.
Yeah, JR Smith.
A lot of role players. Honestly. But they beat the Warriors. But let's get into Warriors sweeping the Blazers.
Ugh. Well, to be completely honest with you, I saw it coming.
Yeah, honestly, I did see it coming too.
Everyone I was talking to was like, "Oh, it's Dame time, like Game 7." Nope. I was like, "I'm sorry, but it's gonna take 4 games.
It's gonna be a big old broom,
and it's gonna be the same thing in the finals, regardless."
And look, they did the sweep without KD,
and without Cousins.
That's saying something right there. But I really did have high hopes for Damian Lillard. I wanted to see him go off 30, 10, and 10 or something like that every game.
Yeah.
But he was the choke artist. That's what you should do for a profession now, even though I still like him.
And even though he was he was guarded during that last shot, he still had enough space to make the shot. Like, you're Damian Lillard. You should be able to make that shot.
Yes. CJ McCollum, he carried that series there.
Yeah.
Really great player. Kind of hope he's putting his name out there and he gets a bigger contract coming up. That's a big thing. I want to see him do that.
CJ McCollum has been great going up. But if I'm going to talk about, like, revelations, I don't know if I should say it, but Chris Middleton.
Okay.
I like him. I think he was a very important player for the Bucks. It was sad to see the Bucks go home too, because they have a lot of good players, a lot of talent on that team.
Nope,
but
I'm not sad one bit, not at all. But yeah, so Kawhi,
the Claw,
he's been the man this complete finals act, not finals, but complete NBA playoffs. He's been the main man in the mouths of everyone talking basketball.
Of course. He's a one-man team right now. Offensively.
No, he's defensively too.
No, I have to give Kyle Lowry props on defense. I have to give him props on everything. He's
Kyle
played
Lowry, give him props on everything.
Yeah, right now, yes, I have to.
Kyle Lowry's probably one of the worst players in this playoffs.
In the playoffs,
honestly.
Yeah, but he's stepped up. He's stepped up.
He's
this
another
playoffs.
choke artist, but he did play really well these last few games.
He stepped up.
Kawhi Leonard, and I believe this was righteous because Antetokounmpo. He's a good player, but I hate his guts.
He's a great player.
He talks so much crap, and when it's time to back it up, he did not back it up.
And he can't talk properly.
It's his accent.
He's foreign. But
and I believe there's a lot of things like he's one note in basketball. If you like, that's why I think the Raptors were very successful. They stopped him from driving.
Well, for me, I think it was a combination of great defense, team defense.
Yes.
And also a combination of that plus the fact that Giannis takes forever to make a decision.
Yes.
Especially when he's in the paint. Like the only thing he can shoot sometimes, but his main thing is driving. He just runs through people.
Yep.
And as soon as he doesn't have that open space, he just kind of like freezes, looks up, doesn't have anybody to pass it to, picks up the ball. Yeah.
And I think that's where the Raptors were really successful, keeping him at that 3-point mid range. Even though Giannis,
he did sink some.
He did. But that's a shot that I'm willing to give up any day. Oh yeah. If Giannis isn't taking 20 steps to get his layup, he's not successful.
And that Euro step too. That Euro step is like his famous thing.
He steps from half court. Did you see that play?
I did see it. And you can't hate the man defensively either.
You can't. He's long. That whole team is long. That whole team is long. Everyone on that team, from point guard, I think not Eric Bledsoe. I'm sorry.
Bledsoe came in and he's 6-man.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of his wingspan. I think they had like a average wingspan of like 6'5".
That's
something
unreal.
Like that. Everyone on the team, and I'm like, what the heck?
It still doesn't compare to the Claw.
It doesn't, because he has man hands. He got big hands. But ending that series, Kawhi put in work, brought them back.
Oh yeah,
glorious. Drake, my favorite artist. Drake had a fucking fun time.
Drake is a troll.
He is a troll, but he brings that energy, and I think that kind of helps.
It got in their heads. It got in their heads. Because what's the owner of the Bucks' name?
I don't know his name.
But his daughter came out with a
on the shirt. Push a t-shirt.
Yeah, push a t-shirt.
Yep. And she does date Aaron Rodgers, who is the Packers quarterback. I love the Packers. Love Aaron Rodgers. But they were complaining, saying like Drake was on the court, and dude, I think if the tables were turned and they were winning, he wouldn't have said a thing. No, I think it's because they were losing, and Drake adds that momentum. You got to think about it.
This is the first time that Toronto's making it to the NBA Finals.
Yes.
This is their year, you know. Like
they were saying this is
not in the terms that they're gonna win it, but this is a good year for them already.
Breakout, yes.
When's the last? 2016 was when they made the conference finals, last conference finals,
and got handled.
Exactly, they got manhandled. But you can't hate on them. Like Kawhi's out there doing his thing.
Yes,
like,
very much so.
You can't. When Kawhi is able to get his own rebound from the free throw line, that's how you know the Bucks they gave up.
Oh, you seen the palm? He faked everybody out.
Facts.
That was hilarious. But let's move on to the end of that. I really had one problem with the end of the series. It's not the game. Giannis. It's after game with Giannis. He had a press conference. Every game there's a press conference.
Of course.
He gets into the press conference, decides to walk out.
Yep.
I think that was a chump move. You need to face the noise.
He could get fined for that.
He could, and I hope he does. Yeah. But you need to face the noise. You're the best player in that team.
If you're talking a lot of shit too, you got to be able to back it up. Humble yourself a little bit too.
Yes, that's why I also like Kawhi.
Conference. Yeah,
Kawhi, he literally comes into the game straight face. Like,
yep. I don't think I've ever seen him smile on the court.
He doesn't smile on the court. He doesn't yell and one.
Even when he hit that shot against Philly, Game 7,
he just sat down and just looked at it. It was like, okay. His interviews are, we play good team ball. He gives nice answers. He's not gloating. For Antetokounmpo to get that interview and walk out, I felt that's a chump move.
Yeah.
And Middleton was looking at him like, "Hey, where you going?"
Yeah.
Because you're the star player. You can't do that.
Exactly.
Because no one's talking about it, which is weird to me. Because if LeBron would have done that, they would have chewed him out.
Oh yeah. It's just the fact that Giannis right now he's a young player.
Yes.
He still has a lot of time to mature.
Yes.
But it would have been nice for him to come out and face the press.
And it's also not like they got asked one question. It wasn't like, "Oh, how do you feel about losing?" It was just like, now that you have learning experience in the playoffs, how do you move forward? That's a legit question.
It is a legitimate question
because you do need experience to make a deep run into the playoffs, and he avoided that completely. But now, segue on to the finals. We are here, and I personally say the Warriors in 4.
Game 4.
3.
I said game 4.
I say 3.
Game 3. Game 3 Warriors.
It's over in game 3.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be a nice series. I do want to see a really competitive series, but the Warriors are too stacked up, in my opinion.
The one thing, and I hope, if anyone's out here listening from the Toronto Raptors, if you want to stop Golden State, honestly, foul early in the game. I say foul early. Do not let them get hot.
Okay.
Because it's a shooting team.
Yes, limit the runs.
Try to just don't let them shoot. Put your hand in their face. I mean, you got Steph, Clay, people that can shoot. Everyone almost on that team.
And the thing I like about this team, like even though you've seen it in the Blazers series, they were down 2 games by 15. Went into halftime. The Warriors' halftime locker room situation is so different from any other team. They go into halftime down 15, like, it's all right, we're gonna come back and get this lead.
I would say
other teams go in and sad, like, oh man, we gotta work. But the Warriors have a really different outlook.
I would say, like, the cap going into halftime, or even at any time and point in the game, they could be down 30 points and it's okay for the Warriors.
It can be a 30-point swing in the blink of an eye. They have too many elite shooters.
We saw it with the Blazers. Games 2, 3, and 4, they were up by at least 15, 17 points, and
made it
the
a
Warriors
swing,
just came
10
back.
plus points to win.
Exactly.
But also, there's rumors, a lot of rumors. KD, some people are saying no, not to New York. Who?
I heard KD to the
finals,
Knicks,
but not in the finals in that realm. He may come back from his injury. Those are some rumors. I don't think he is. I wouldn't put that pressure on him to come back, in my opinion, unless he's 100%. And also, there's rumors of DeMarcus Cousins coming back. He did practice fully last Friday.
Even before the playoffs started, they had already said DeMarcus Cousins was going to be back for the playoffs. So I wouldn't doubt seeing DeMarcus Cousins in the finals.
I would love that.
KD, I don't think they really need either of them to win the finals. And that just goes to show how much
team. But if they got KD back, it's a definite sweep. I'm saying sweep, but I'm thinking it's gonna be competitive. The moment KD steps on the court, it's a definite sweep. Because I think KD hasn't played, and DeMarcus Cousins, KD hasn't played. So in the back of my head, I'm thinking he's like, I'm gonna come out and show you why we're here.
KD, you can do everything. He's lanky, rebounds.
Shoots,
he can shoot from anywhere on the court.
Anywhere on the court, he can dribble. He can push you to the paint and dunk on you. He
can block.
He can and he can control the ball.
Yeah,
really well.
And you got DeMarcus Cousins, who for me easily top 5, maybe even top 3 centers.
Top 3 centers
in the league.
And people overlooked that.
Yeah.
Once that whole thing in New Orleans kind of crashed down, no one offered him a contract but the Warriors, and he signed for like $1.3 million. This is DeMarcus Cousins, an all-star. One of the best centers. He can give you 20, 10, and 10.
Yep.
No one offered him a contract. Warriors gave him $1 million. And that's a steal. I don't care what anyone said. That was the best steal of the season. Exactly. Even though he didn't play that much, he was injured.
And the crazy thing, they don't need him.
They don't need him. They don't need him. And I'm like, that's a steal. And if he stays another year healthy, they're gonna make another run next year if KD does decide to leave.
Even if KD leaves, that team can still make it.
Make it and win with no problem.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they already had won it before KD. So, you KD add a player like KD who just wants a ring.
Just another puzzle piece that fit perfectly.
And yes, KD could have been the MVP for the finals or whatever, but it doesn't matter. He wanted his ring. I mean, for me, it's like, KD, you got your ring, go somewhere else. And
no. Okay, say I do.
I want him to go somewhere else.
We can get into the KD thing a little later.
It's been 5 straight years that I've seen the Warriors in the final.
Yes.
And I want that to change.
It's not going to change.
It's not going to change.
It's not going to change until, I think if Clay leaves, that's when you're going to see that change. Clay is a quiet assassin, silent assassin.
He is.
And I think once he leaves that team and goes somewhere else, that Warriors dynamic may diminish because they don't have that extra shooter.
Yeah, because Steph can shoot. Everyone can. Everyone can shoot.
And Clay didn't have even he said he didn't have the best season. But you pass it to Clay, you're gonna give him 20. Yeah. He's getting you 20 points. He's a defensive lockdown. He plays defense on the best player on the court. nearly every time.
Let's not forget about Iguodala either.
And Iggy, the veteran. Iggy's gonna, in my opinion, he's gonna be a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Not first ballot.
Needs to be
Hall of Fame. He's one of the most consistent role players I've ever seen.
And for me, defensively, like I haven't seen anybody else work like that.
Defensively, and he can give you a good 15 points off the bench.
Quietly,
yes. But let's sum it up real quick with the finals. Like I said before, my finals prediction: Warriors in 4, but a tight 4.
Depending on if KD comes back, DeMarcus Cousins come back, I still think Warriors in 4 as well. But you never know. Kawhi is on the other team.
Yep.
And I know DeRozan's salty as hell right now.
Yes, he actually is. So yes. But okay. So off the finals, once the season ends, the awards come in. Take some hardware with you. And I think the nominees for MVP this year are James Harden, Antetokounmpo, who are the other? KD, I believe, is nominated. And there's one other player. I can't think about it right now. But off rip, I'm saying James Harden's the MVP.
I would say, it kills me to say this, but Giannis.
You think Giannis is MVP?
Yeah, I think Giannis is going to be MVP just because, James Harden does have a little bit of a squad to work around with.
Okay.
Giannis, it's not big names.
Yep.
So he did make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
But I don't think they don't add in. They say they don't add in playoff play.
Yeah,
but they
exactly.
Definitely
But they definitely do.
They definitely
You can't say they don't because
they definitely do. But I go James Harden purely just look at numbers. Just look at numbers.
Well, James Harden is just ridiculous. I honestly wish he would have done. I wish the Rockets would have gone further too.
Yes, honestly, if they had to do something last year, was their year.
Yeah,
last year was definitely their year,
and they were hot last year too. But you just can't. You can't compete with Golden State.
I'm gonna be a little biased right now, just because I'm a numbers person. LeBron
stats.
I'm surprised LeBron is not nominated.
Yeah,
honestly, LeBron to me could be nominated
every year.
And LeBron, he played a bum year. This was a bad year.
Regardless of whether he makes the playoffs or not, he should be in the running just because he's LeBron, and I agree with you on that.
Not even just LeBron. LeBron had a really low year, but he averaged 26 to 28, 8 and 8.
Yeah, and you have
a low year for him.
Yeah, and you have to also acknowledge he plays for the Lakers.
That's true.
You can't do much with somebody with not. If you don't get a lot to work with, you can't do a lot.
Yep, that's true.
I honestly, just for LeBron being LeBron and who he is, I hope the Lakers are able to pick somebody up.
Hopefully.
Anthony Davis, maybe.
I like that. I do like the thing I heard a lot of people were speculating with LeBron is trading him. He has a no trade clause.
I heard rumors LeBron to Philly too.
I heard that for Ben Simmons. And it's weird. I wouldn't mind that Lakers youth core. Yeah. And watch him develop. That's gonna be like a fun.
If they can all stay there.
If they all can stay there. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Because we saw, Utah Jazz when they had their whole young squad also.
Yep.
But Gordon Hayward, everyone kind of just went their ways.
The moment Gordon Hayward left, he got injured that first game.
Exactly. The first game of the season, he was out for the entire game or season.
Back to awards. All the defensive awards, coach awards, those really don't matter. My main award that I like to focus on MVP and
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and I'm going Luka.
I don't know what to say because, obviously I'm gonna go Luka, but before the NBA even started. Actually, I think you were the one who showed me videos of Luka at Real Madrid in Spain, and I was like, this kid's gonna make it big in the NBA.
Luka,
as soon as the season starts, he just starts tearing up everybody, and the kid's got talent. So you got to be Luka. He's 23, 20. No, 20.
20. Yeah.
20. He was 19.
He's younger than me.
Yeah.
He's younger. I'm young,
and he's already killing it in the NBA.
Making a real name for himself.
Exactly.
And I give it. People saying Trae Young because Trae Young heated late in the season.
Yeah, but
Luka did it consistently throughout.
And you can't even blame it on who had a worse team because they both have bad teams.
Yeah. And I want to see this.
Sad to say that because I like the Mavericks.
Yeah, but they got Nasser Antetokounmpo. They got Kristaps. They got Porzingis coming in next year.
They have Porzingis, and I like Mark Cuban too. Mark Cuban's a great owner.
Yes, Mark Cuban's fun, electric.
Yeah, and he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. He's not just some director. He's also a fan, which is good. So I think, and he treats his players well.
He treats his players well.
I think the Mavericks have a lot of potential in the future.
Yeah. And Luka,
whereas the Hawks,
the Hawks not so much.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a question. Luka, and also Marvin Bagley he's nominated. I do like Marvin Bagley. I've been a big fan of him coming out of high school. Watch a lot of high school basketball.
Yeah.
To players now, so I do like that. But Luka got it to me as a landslide. And speaking of coming up and watching high school, in college, draft. The draft is upon us. A lot of big names, a lot of big skill.
Well, first, how do you feel about the Pelicans getting the #1 pick?
Honestly,
I was shocked.
It's weird because I watched it happen, and the odds is like I think the Knicks had 15%, the Cavs had 15%, and some other team had 50%. So I was like, once like the Cavs got like the 5th pick, and I'm like, oh, the Knicks are not getting the 1st pick. It's too destined. It's too like talked about saying the Knicks are getting the 1st pick. I'm like, it's not gonna happen.
Right.
I personally do think all sports as a whole, I think everything's rigged in some type of way.
Of course.
And people could call me a conspiracy theorist, but everything's kind of rigged in a way. There's no way that 3 teams with 15% chance.
None of them.
Only 2 of them get top 5 picks.
Yeah.
That's to me is like, wow, how? What odds? What's going on there? But personally, 1st pick in the draft. Well, I'm Jason. Who do you think is going to be the 1st pick in the draft?
I think we're all anticipating it. Not who I personally think is the best player in the draft, but Zion.
Zion, you think is Zion? Do you think Zion's going to be the 1st pick?
Yeah, and I think just because of Zion being 1st pick, Anthony Davis is going to stay at the Pelicans.
No,
I think
I don't. I disagree with that statement. I think Anthony is gone. Anthony Davis has been in the league too long. He's been in the league too long. He wants a ring. He doesn't really care about money. I don't think money is not really an issue for him.
No.
I think he wants that ring. He's seen all these other players he's talked in the likes of. He's LeBron, KD. He's in
LeBron asked for him at the Lakers.
He did.
That's why I brought him up earlier too, and I was like, maybe Anthony Davis to the Lakers.
I can see that.
I think maybe he'll try 1 year at the Pelicans with Zion.
Know. I think if they do draft Zion, I think that's the start of that rebuild.
Okay.
Because Zion's a great.
I can see that.
Zion's a great player.
Kind of with Philly.
Yeah, Zion's a great player. Zion can not shoot as well, but he's a decent shot. He can play the paint. He can control the ball as like a strong point forward.
Right.
And I think that's a good, solid piece to rebuild on. And
he's got all the characteristics of being the next LeBron, in my opinion.
He does. He actually really does. Size, skill. LeBron's a little LeBron was smaller.
LeBron worked for his body.
Zion's already there now, and he's only gonna use that body a little bit better when he gets into the league. But I also think that body's gonna hurt him. If you look at a lot of Zion's play, is down low. Mm-hmm. And it's not against the biggest or best defenders in college.
Well,
sometimes.
It's kind of hard to find somebody that size in college too.
So I'll see in the summer league. But I do think Zion's going to be.
Once he gets to play with the big boys, I think it's going to be different.
I think Zion is going to be the #1 pick just because hype, skill, and everything around it.
Everything.
But the summer league will prove who's going to be if he's going to really be dominant.
Right.
But back to the best part, I believe Cam Reddish, Zion's teammate. I've been watching Cam, like I said, throughout high school. Cam is a monster.
I love Cam.
And a silent assassin, and a lot of people don't know this.
They sleep on him.
You know why? He played on Duke.
Yep.
He went to Duke. I don't blame him for going to Duke. He got paid. All of them getting paid.
Everyone gets paid. Everyone gets paid. They're not officially, but maybe
everyone's getting paid. The lawsuit with Arizona proved that Zion was the highest paid player. But Cam Reddish, he's playing against RJ Barrett and Zion. Those are 2 top players,
two teammates
coming in. They're all on the same team.
They're all on the same team. And I'm pretty sure that whole starting 5 could easily be drafted.
Yes.
Into the NBA.
They're not Trey Jones. He's staying another year.
Yeah. Well.
But yes, obviously they all get drafted.
They're
But yeah, Cam Reddish, his skill was to me pushed to the side because of the main man Zion and RJ. Those are the 2 best players coming in. So his skill was pushed to the side. But Cam is a better shooter than Zion and RJ, a better man in the paint, a better person with the ball. And I think he has a lot to he wants to prove a lot.
He does.
And I've been watching training videos from him over the summer. He's really showing that he can chalk it up in the league.
Would you say those 3 are your top 3 for the overall pick?
No, definitely not. No.
Who would you go with?
It's funny. A lot of people, I'm gonna say John Morant.
Okay.
To be into the news, to be in tune with it. But honestly, Ja Morant, I give him he went to a small school, so he wasn't on my radar until like the NCAA tournament started, and I don't know. I can't really give an opinion on people saying this. So I'm going against other analysts. But I don't know if he can chalk it up.
For me, I think it depends on the type of player that the teams are looking for. Obviously, Zion is the type of player everyone is kind of looking for, so that's why I rate him as the number 1 overall pick. But who's got the second pick of the draft? It's Pelicans. I know third is Lakers.
Who has the second pick?
Second pick is
Hold on. I had it in my notes. Hold on. It's not there.
Grizzlies.
Okay.
It's the Grizzlies. So I think it goes Pelicans, Grizzlies, Lakers. Fourth is somebody else, and I know the Cavs got 5. So I think it's very likely that the Cavs are going to get Reddish.
I do. If that happens, I'll be
you'll
happy.
be ecstatic.
I'll be more than happy. And also added with with Cam, another player that a lot of people don't know about, to me, Nasir Little. He's going to be a later first round pick. Nasir Little, that's a man.
He do work.
That's a man. That's a man's man. In high school, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Drew League. It's like a summer league of pros, street ballers. He went there and showed out on pros. So that's another sleeper in the draft. But we're running short on time. Let's start wrapping it up. Let me give you a little recap of everything. We both believe that the Warriors are going to sweep the Raptors. Inevitable. Zion, number 1 pick. Cam Reddish, the sleeper, best player in the draft. What else we went over today?
For me, RJ, best player in the draft. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, he thinks RJ?
RJ, then Cam, and then Zion. But just because of everyone's hype, Zion's going to be number 1 pick.
The 6.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And then we got to just make sure we give out Luka Doncic that shout out, because I know he's
Luka.
definitely got to win that Rookie of the Year.
Been a fan for many years.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, my name is Teddy Donaldson.
I'm Jason Zaletta.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat at the same name.
Me. My names are a little bit different, but we'll probably just link them down below.
Remember, like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good Bukucast.
The Bukucast.
Bukucast.